I'm one of those guys who has said flat out with a lot of arguments that you need to keep them inside the locker room. You need to keep them inside your group, if you will. But the Miami Dolphins are something entirely different. This is a franchise that's out of control. This is a franchise right now that is nowhere near being competitive, and it's because of the ownership, the coaching staff, and then down to the players. Look, Tua may actually be a decent leader. He may actually want to get something done, but he can't do it because he's got guys screwing around. He's got other guys in there with no culpability whatsoever, no responsibility, no leadership whatsoever. You got a bunch of guys in that locker room, I'm told, that are nothing more than just individuals. They're going their own way. There is no team cohesive in that franchise right now. And that's the reason why Tua feels the need to speak out. And it's about time that people got behind him and understood the frustration that he's got to be going through.
I agree with you. You don't go to the media first. This sounds like to me somebody who's just at the end of his rope.
This is why they need a new coach. This is why they need a coaching change. And I'm never screaming for somebody's job, but at the end of the day, you can't win like that. You can't win when your coach doesn't enforce discipline. You saw how upset Dan Campbell was.
Yep.
Okay, just from his players fighting, and Mike McDaniel, he just hasn't been good this year.
Mid-season change?
I might let him finish it out.
Let him finish this year.
Yeah.
Coach?
Yeah, I'm never for mid-season changes. I don't know what they accomplished, but something's got to change there. This is a talented team that keeps losing at the buzzer.
But Tua has to understand, too, when you say it in a public forum like that.
It's out there now.
It's out there. Now, it creates separation. Now some of your teammates don't believe that they can trust you, that they can count on you. So it creates some division in that locker room. I promise you that.
You take a bonfire and pour a little gasoline on it. Now this is going to be the number one story. Look at us.
All week.
We're talking about it as the number one headline.
Look, let's get down to the bullshit level here, okay? If there's something going on in that locker room and the other players don't trust Tua, maybe they need to trust themselves. Maybe they need to do some of the work here. Because there's a whole lot of players in that locker room that are screwing up. There's no leadership. Tua may be the guy who's actually trying to show some leadership, a level of leadership. Look, I'll put it out to this. If you're a fan of the Miami Dolphins, if you're an observer of the National Football League, tell me one other person in that locker room that has a level of leadership to keep that locker room together.